Good day everyone, Jolene here from Chill Out Styles. So today I'm just going to do a reading on what to expect for the rest of this year, because we have like 2 months, in fact just under 2 months. Very scary, this year's disappeared. Okay, so what do you need to know? And more than anything else, what do you need to let go of or fix up or clear up so that your 2023 you don't take an old baggage or old luck, bad luck or anything like that. So this is really Spirit giving you the gist of information, what's going to be happening in the next 2 months, and I'm definitely going to get into what needs to be released so that your 2023 is better than this year. Okay, so some of you like to choose by numbers, others I've got a little pendant. So for pile number 1, I have got angel wings. Okay, pile number 2, a cross. Pile number 3, a seashell. So you might like numbers 1, 2, or 3. You may like to just see which pile stands out to you more, or you might like to choose a pendant. Every way and any way that works for you, as long as it makes sense. Sometimes the best way to do it is to ground yourself, to clear your mind, clear your thoughts, clear out any especially negative thoughts or anger or anything like that. Ask God or spirit guides or Archangel Michaels, whatever works for you, saints, whatever works for you, and ask them to clear out all the energies. Think about it, ground yourself to the earth, think about positive, happy thoughts, and then ask Spirit to please show you the pile that will give you the information that you are needing. Okay, so that's the best way for you to choose and make sure you get the correct reading. Alright, so if you're happy with your choice, if you're not, pause to make more of a decision. I'm going to start with pile number 1. Okay, so if you've chosen the angel wings, this is pile number 1. I'm just going to move these ones over. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this aside. Okay, put your angel wings there. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get the Akashic Tarot. And the first thing we want to have a look at, pile number 1, is so pile number 1, what is happening with pile number 1 right now? Why is it happening and what do they need to release? So let's see what's going on with pile number 1. If this doesn't resonate, then this is not your pile. If none of the piles resonate, then sorry. So pile number 1, what is resonating, or what is resonating? What is happening with pile number 1? Okay, so things in your life feel like they're up in the air. You may be trying to bring things down. You may be, kind of feels like okay. So for pile number 1, you feel like things in your life are just, it's very up in the air, okay? You may be hoping and wishing for something, but you just don't feel like your wishes are being granted. And the reason being is Spirit is saying you have turned your head away from Spirit. Okay, so Spirit's been trying to talk to you. You're not listening, okay? If you look at the Oracle of Dolph, her head, so you can kind of see this guy, coming to the Oracle, coming to Dolphy, and he's bringing her the information. And she has to interpret the information that's coming from this very wise old man. Okay, so let's just say you are Delphi, and this is God, whatever your beliefs are, and God's trying to bring you information, but your head and your whole body is turned away, which means you are not listening. Okay, so the reason why your wishes are not coming to you is because you're not in tune with Spirit. Okay. So there may be issues with kids. For some of you, there may be problems with children, your grandchildren, your friends' children. There seems to be something to do with children. If there are no children in your life whatsoever, then this is now what I find quite interesting. This child is catapulting something, and it's catapulting to the card next to it, which is the train that says you are actually on track. Okay, you're on track to these wishes. Okay, there's a clock there which tells me it's just a matter of time. We'll get more information as to what you need to do. And this little girl is using a magnifying glass, and she's really zoomed in to a butterfly. So what I'm getting here is something to do with children. And if it's not, again, no children in your life, This is about your inner child, okay? Your perhaps what you wanted to do as a child, or something to do with your childhood, okay? Someone's getting ready to climb aboard a train, and this is catapulting you to this train. So Spirit is saying you have wishes. They've got advice on how you can gain those wishes. You may be more involved in children's drama or something to do with children, but this child's actually trying to catapult you to get on board, okay? This child here is examining something very closely. So you may be examining people, things in your life very closely right now, or too closely, okay? Instead of just jumping on the train. So you are procrastinating, perhaps, watching something or someone so closely that, you know, again, I just get this, you need to move forward. You need to move on, okay? Let other people deal with their own drama. And if there is something that's really happening with children, of course, I'm not, you know, if your children are having a difficult time, then maybe you just needing to listen to Spirit and, you know, find out from Spirit, how can I help them? Okay. What else? I kind of feel like you're working really, really hard. Oh, look, there's a commitment in the middle of all of this. And again, paths unknown. So I'm just going to get the final one so we can really, I'm digging deep. So pile number one, this is quite simple. There is a commitment. Now, a commitment can be marriage, love, contract of some sort, job opportunities. There is some kind of commitment. It can be a soul commitment, a soul contract that you have with another, okay? This commitment is right in the forefront of your question. So this tells me that you may be wanting a new beginning with something that's got to do with a contract, okay? Or a commitment has to be looked at with a fine-tooth comb, okay? So this is something you're having to really look at. You could be married, okay, for some, and children are involved, but you need to climb on a train and do some kind of movement. You're confused as to what movement needs to be. Now, at the same time, you're manifesting this new commitment for some, okay? But you seem very stuck with the paths unknown. You just seem like you're not too sure where it is you want to go. There's different pathways open to you, and you're too scared to choose a pathway. So you're just standing there, staring at the pathways. Spirit is saying, if you wanted your life to carry on being this way, then it's going to continue being this way. You're going to continue being stuck. You're going to continuously just stand there staring at the pathways. Okay, you're going to continuously stand there staring at your wishes, which is up in the air. You need to actually make a choice here. You actually need to do the work. Okay, you need to hop on the train. So whatever your circumstances are, whatever this commitment is to you, it's a matter of you digging deep and finding the truth. Like this little girl, you need to take out your magnifying glass and, you know, analyze every relationship you have. Why? What about my childhood, perhaps for some of you, has created this belief system within inside me that's keeping me stuck? Why am I stuck? Because someone's trying to catapult you onto this train, to put you on the train, to go. Okay. And sometimes you just need to trust, not sit and stare at the paths, just take a path. And, you know, if it's the wrong path, you can always come back and choose another path, but at least you're moving. Because right now I kind of feel like I'm not listening to Spirit, I'm not listening to anyone, I'm just working really hard, which is great, but there's no movement in your life. There's a lot of work. You need to dig deep in your spiritual work, dig deep, again, into the truth, really looking at every single relationship, every person in your life from a magnifying glass. So you need to look closer at these people. And this is one of those, stop making excuses for your children perhaps, or stop making excuses for yourself, and just get on track. Okay, so this is what you need, unless you want to carry on standing there staring and staring and staring at the pathways in front of you. you kind of need to make a move, okay? So we're going to look at your oracle cards, and then I'll get more tarot. And look at that. Reaching for your dreams, go for it, okay? Actions. Actions speak louder than word. Express your love through actions. Again, this is about taking action. Go for it. You want those dreams, you want that wish, go for it. What's freezing you? Loss. Okay? You want serenity. Music will help you. Take charge of the situation. Take a break. Life's not a season, get off the treadmill. So this is quite funny because that literally corresponds. Okay, so there's a loss. Okay, so loss of money, loss of job, loss, perhaps a death that you've had to go through. And Spirit is acknowledging that they know it hurts. Okay, that they know that you're sad. Could it be loss of a relationship, loss of a friendship? They're trying to help you. Okay, and what they're saying to you is, they're not saying that you don't need to deal with this loss, but what they're saying is that don't allow the loss to keep you from your dreams, okay? You want to take charge of a situation. You may be working a bit too hard, pile number one, okay? I kind of have the sense that maybe, all work and no play makes it for a very sad day. You need more serenity in your life and more calm. But in order to do that, you have to take charge. You have to move forward. Okay? So, what else can we get? Okay, so just some advice. Please talk to me about pile number one the rest of the year. Yeah, you see that. Look at that. It's that loss. I'm poor. I've got no money. I'm broken. I'm sad. I'm hurt. I'm sick. Okay? Nobody cares about me. But what you don't see is you're out in the cold, you feel like you're ignored, you hurt, you're in pain. But right there in the distance, there's 5 pentacles sitting in the window. Again, this is God going, no, you're not. You're just not. You're refusing to take God's help. Okay, because you are staring at the loss instead of what's ahead of you. You can't go back and change the past, okay? Again, Spirit is not saying that they're not acknowledging your pain. Take a break and deal with the pain, deal with the loss, but you've also got to live, okay? Yeah, oh my gosh, look at this. I can't make this up. Pain, burdens weighing you down, feeling really bogged down. Like life is just, look at the bottom of the deck, the Fool card. Taking a leap of faith, jumping off the cliff into the new. Please don't literally jump off the cliff, but into the new. When, if there was no ways that you could lose again, what would you do? Okay, for a lot of you, there's a new love. Okay, but you tied to this devil card. Look at these people; they are tied. The devil's sitting above them, laughing because he knows he's won. Because these people are tied in toxic relationships, toxic friendships, toxic thoughts, obsession, okay? But on the other end of that, look at this again. This is God with a hand. He's handing you this new commitment, which was right in the center of that reading. Right in the center of that reading. Queen of Cups. This is the marriage card. This is the Queen of Cups, okay? You need to also look after yourself, okay? You have to look after yourself. This is also the Twin Flame card, just for some, throwing it out there. So there could be a new love on the cards for you after a loss, after some kind of pain. For the rest of you that are not interested in love, this is just God coming with a new commitment, a new contract, okay? A new friend, a new job, a new situation. This could do with the home for some, having, something new. But there's something that's worth celebrating. But this is what you have to get rid of. All this heavy, 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 sad, lost energies. I'm too burdened. It's too much for me to handle. I can't do it. God's going, okay, do you really want 2023 to be the same? This is one of those, How badly do you want to feel this just peace in your life? And the only way for you to actually do this is hop on that train and take charge. Action, 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 action. Okay. So, pile number 1, for the rest of this year, God is saying to you, take action. Okay? Stop. They understand you've had a loss. They're acknowledging, they are trying to help you through it, but they also need you to take charge. They also need you to use music, meditation, whatever it is, but they need you to take charge. Not them, you. Okay? Actions is this pile's biggest thing. If you want this love, this commitment, this marriage, this twin flame relationship, this compassionate person who will love you unconditionally, you need to get rid of this. Okay, the devil cannot live in a beautiful home. So get rid of toxic energies, toxic people in your life, and move towards something that's serenity. Okay. Also, that is what you can expect. If you get rid of this, you can expect to move into 2023 with a new love, a new life, a new home, something worth celebrating. But you've got to get rid of the loss and not take it with you. Okay, cool. Well, if this didn't resonate, have a look at another pile. But if it did, give me a thumbs up and even give me a comment below. That would be great. And yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of your year. Goodbye. Okay, so pile number 2. Okay, so pile number 2, the first thing we're going to do, so this is the people who chose the cross. I'm so sorry. Your oracle cards are going to stay there because the first thing we're going to do is we want to see what's happening with pile number 2. Why are you in the circumstances that you are in right now? What needs to change? So let's figure out what's happening with pile number 2. What needs to change in your life so that you don't carry on whatever you're going through? I mean, most people who are very happy in their lives are very good, don't come and seek tarot readings. So something in your life's not working. Something in your life is why you are here. So what is that? What is going on with pile number 2? Your community. I'm just going to put in all the cards out, sorry. So pile number 2, things are at a standstill in your life because you're in the process of learning who your community is, okay? So this could be your family, your friends, your people you do work with, hobbies, etc., etc. Okay, so you perhaps building a new community, or you're working very hard in your community, figuring out where you belong when it comes to your soul group, or who is your soul tribe, where, what, how, okay? You're trying to find a muse, or what you need to do that can help you through this is to be the muse or find the muse. Okay, so either you will help other people with your circumstances and become a muse to others. So again, finding your community and finding ways that you can help these people, or you know, God is saying, you know, go and find a muse, someone who makes you feel really good. Maybe perhaps you need to take up something creative. Okay, the Buddha prepares is really, it's a card of enlightenment. It's a card of gaining enlightenment. So right now your circumstances are the way that they are because you need to spend more time meditation, okay? As you can see, the Buddha has a very big light around the head, and this is also the hangman card, and it's the same thing. The hangman hangs upside down so he can see life from a different angle, a different perspective, and he gains enlightenment. It's the same thing as Jesus on the cross. You know, Jesus was put on the cross, Jesus got enlightenment and figured out life. but not from the perspective as perhaps he did before. Once he was in suspension, once he was hanging, on the cross, he, it's this belief that he got enlightenment. He figured out what life was actually all about and what God wanted him to do and where he was supposed to go. The Buddha does the same thing, but the Buddha does it via meditation. Okay, they isolate themselves from the world, from their community sometimes, because they need to quiet their mind enough to hear God's word. Okay. You're in the process of manifesting. Okay, so again, this could be you working quite hard, trying to manifest, trying to have an increase in your life, trying to increase your funds or whatever it is. You are in the process of doing this. You may have to learn how to meditate. You may have to learn things. You may have to teach your community how to do it. But this is what you're going through right now. The interesting thing is, right in the middle of this is the Queen of Coins. So this is a woman who's the queen, so she's quite wealthy. Queen of Coins means that she's quite a wealthy woman. She's a nurturing woman, someone who looks after her family. But she's also waiting for her husband to come home. Now this may be for some, not always. But either way, Spirit is saying it's time for you to take charge of your situation. I kind of feel like you are moving away from bad situation. There could be a lot of emotions that you're going through right now, or, oh gosh, the waterfall. There's a lot of emotions happening in your life or in your circle or around you. But this is going from a turbulent times into something a lot more calm, okay? But you seem to lose focus. So your cards are very positive, I have to say. So I don't kind of feel like there's anything really bad except for, and this is not bad, this is just, in order to close off this year on a better cycle, you have to keep focusing. And again, this is with the meditation perhaps, or learning, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. And the words Adsan might help you. Again, you are surrounded by perhaps a father figure or a mother and father in spirit that's trying to help you. There's also fairies around you, and there's an angel, a guardian angel that's around you, and they're trying to keep you on track. But perhaps you get very distracted. Maybe there's deep emotions that are distracting you from closing off cycles in your life, and even closing off this year on a bad cycle. Okay. You needed to see something from a different perspective. You needed to see, and this is shaking up your world, shaking up your belief system, shaking up your life. The Buddha is preparing you to, again, it's something to do with your community. So this has to do with, again, seeing your family from a different perspective, seeing your finances from a different perspective, seeing your I said family, so work, colleagues, religion, whatever it is, it's seeing something from a completely different perspective. And that's why Spirit has put you in this nothing's happening kind of way. You're almost there, but use the words Adsam because you're almost there. And at the end, yeah, this is your hopes and fears. It's your wishes are there. You may just feel like it's so up in the air, like you can't obtain your wishes. They're there, okay? You just need to bring it down. But the words Adsam will help you. Let's get into your other cards. Right, so what have we got here? Oh, look at that, stay focused. Okay, so I love it. I love it when these were pre-selected, yes, but you saw those other cards being shuffled, and so same message. Okay, so we know that this is definitely your message. You need to stay focused. Focused on what you want. You've been waiting for things in your life to improve, but you need to stay at some because you get distracted. Distracted by other things, distracted by things that are not in alignment with where you need to be. Okay, so say Adsam, get focused, get clear in your mind. Spend that time in meditation, thinking, dreaming, staying with people who are more positive, staying in conversations that are more positive. Okay, so what's your thoughts? What are your intentions? Okay, Spirit is saying, what are your intentions? What do you want? Okay, your angel's coming with her wings open wide, you know, and she's got candles burning on either side going, well, what do you want? Because maybe perhaps, okay, so you want to live in a castle, I'm just giving you a silly example, but you don't put any money away to get to that castle, or you don't do any work to get to that castle. So what are your intentions? Why do you want that castle? Okay, you can't be in one thing and doing another thing. Okay, so set very clear intentions as to what it is that you're actually wanting so that you can manifest it, because you are on a highly manifesting stage right now. The ever unfolding rose being cracked open is happening to you. Okay, so what this is saying to me, so this rose, I get a very much your belief systems are being cracked open. You have had a thought, an idea, a belief, whether it's got to do with your family belief or traditions that you believed in, worldwide beliefs, okay? You've been cracked open. A new you, it's like a new you is being seen, okay? And it's happening for you. So Spirit's doing this on purpose. This is really, God has literally stepped into your life and put things on hold on purpose, because they're trying to get you to see something from a different life, from a different world, from where your belief systems from childhood or whatever has to change. And I kind of feel like you know that and you go in the right direction. And I mean, your cards were very positive. It's not like you had really bad cards, but you get distracted, okay, by other people, by other situations. Something keeps distracting you. The Spirit is saying, stay focused. Imagination. Okay, so this has got to do with the music again. It's very much the inner child. This is a child that plays freely and has fun and chases butterflies. This child does not care about where money is. This child does not care as to whether it's going to have lunch, because this child knows lunch is waiting for them at the table. They can just run around silly and be fun and be free, and they're not interested in the dramas of life. And this is what Spirit is saying, is that you need to find your inner muse, okay? You need to use your imagination more. Go and spend time with children, or run around, or, you know, obviously you may feel silly doing it, but find things that inspire you. What inspires you, okay? What, if you had all the money in the world, what would you do with your time, okay? So find something that's creative, something that's inspiring, and this will really free you up, okay? Blessings and miracles. So everything has its gift. Again, don't curse a situation, no matter how bad it is. Look at the blessings. Again, God is doing this for a very good reason, not as a punishment, but as we need to talk, and I need to talk to you, and you've been distracted. You've been distracted by social media. You've been distracted by humans and human drama. You've been distracted, and God wants your attention, and He only wants your attention, and He's trying to be a little bit selfish here, okay? But He can. This one person that's allowed to be selfish, and He's going, I want you to talk to me, okay? Get off the phone, get off social media, get away from the TV, and talk to me. And listen, okay? Meditate, and please listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Go for a walk, get as much fresh air as possible, because that's where I'm at. I'm not on the phone. I'm not on the TV, okay? And then you'll realize what a blessing life is. And when you focus on the blessings and thank God for, even if it's a little bit of scraps of food you were given today, or the fact that you've got a warm bed to sleep in tonight, the fact that you have running water, whatever it is, if you focus on those blessings and thank God for all the little things, God will be more than happy to bring in miracles. And look here, the final one, manifesting. So, pile number 2, you're manifesting, you're reaping, you're about it, but what you plant, you reap, okay? You are at a stage where you are gardening, okay? You are now putting down the seeds. So you've got 2 months, pile number 2, 2 months to change everything in your life so that 2023 becomes a good year, okay? So, and look at that. I haven't even started shuffling. We've got the Magician. So you are a powerful manifester. So if your focus is on, I don't have money for this, if your focus is on, I don't have money for that, I don't have love, I don't have relationships, I don't have, that's what your 2023 is. Now this is also a child card. So it's very interesting here. So this is about perhaps a childhood friend, reconnecting with childhood friends, childhood lovers, childhood situation, going back to your childhood country, childhood home. It's also something to do with children, okay? This is very much looking at the past. So I'm really getting, you have to reconnect with who you were as a child, okay? And again, this can be perhaps past lovers, this can be past friends, family you haven't seen since you were a child. This is definitely about the past, okay? Going back to the past and going, if there's anything from my past I could change, what would it be? Okay? there's definitely something new coming in on a financial level for you. Okay, there's a lot of burdens. This is also came up for pile number 1. So you're feeling like you've been left out, like God's ignored you, like the world's not giving you anything, and you feel like you've got a lot of heaviness in your heart. But what Spirit is saying is, it's almost done. Okay, that heaviness is almost done. But yes, there's something from your childhood that's important, something from the past. The past can be yesterday, but normally this is minimum of 10 years and more that you need to go back to, or you need to just go back to being a bit of a child in your mind and forget about. And I know it's easier said than done, but manifesting is believing that you've got food on the table, believing that you've got enough money to pay your bills, and so just go out there and do something that just makes you feel inspired by life. Yeah, again, look at this. This is take a chance on life. You're holding on to a dream that one's is about passion. It's about creativity. It's about, you've got the world in your hands. What would you do with it? If God gave you the world right now, what would you do to change the world? What inspires you, pile number 1? That's what I said. Something from your childhood. If you could redo all the past, okay, it could be 10 years ago. You might have, depending your age, it could be when you were in college or when you were a teenager. Something about your past, either something you've always wished you could do, and Spirit's saying, oh, stop wishing. Go and do it. Go take that course. Go learn whatever it is. Spirit knows you're exhausted. You've tried really, really hard, and it's been very slow. Okay, this is the slowest night, and this is very much about money. So I'm really getting money here. And what Spirit is saying, yes, they know it's coming. It is coming. Okay, it's this horse is taking a break right now. This is your money. It's just sitting there on that horse. He's checking out the sunshine. He's checking out the thing. He'll come. You're exhausted. He'll come when the time is right. You can't. It's one of those. You can't rush. You can't rush God. Okay, it will come. So, pile number. Oh, look at that. In the bottom of the deck, we got the Empress. Okay, so pile number 2. You just have to stay focused. Okay, you're almost there. I'm really getting that. You're almost there. Something from your childhood or a passion. Just release your burdens and just give it to God. Be thankful for what you do have and expect miracles, okay? You are coming into something solid, grounded. If it's not money, it's something that's really solid. An offer is on its way to you, okay? You just stay there. Stay focused. Spend some time in nature doing more things fun. Creativity. I'm really getting this color in even, okay, something that will open up the pathways. But that's what I have you pile number 2. I'm now going to close this off, and we're going to move on to pile number 3. So pile number 3, the first thing we want to do is we want to have a look at what does pile number 3 need, what's happening with pile number 3, okay? So guys, if this doesn't resonate, then you need to know that this isn't your reading, and you need to go back to the pile. If none of the piles resonate, then yeah, sorry about that. So, what's happening with pile number 3? Kind of feel like, oh, there's a commitment, some kind of contract that's been up in the air. It's possibly coming in. I'm just going to give it a good shot. I kind of feel like needs a little bit more. The commitment's still there. So, okay. So, well, for some of you, it's love. For others, it's about. I'm going to get all the cards out and then we'll talk. Okay. Yep. Okay. Right, so this is the pile of love. It's quite funny. They've all had a slight theme. Now, again, if you're not looking for love, then just please take the words. This can really pertain to many things in your life. Right now, you somehow, love is affecting you in some way or form, and it might even just be the fact that you have to balance your emotions because the balance card is in reverse. So, something in your life is unbalanced. You may be dealing with a bit of karmic stuff. Now, please, people automatically, I mean, we all do it. Don't worry, you'll get your karma, you know. No, guys, everyone gets karma, okay? Karma is not a punishment, karma is a lesson. So, if you're not having jobs or money or luck in love or whatever it is that you're wanting, things are not going your way, it's it's a kind of karma. It's something that you have to learn, okay? What lessons is it that you have to learn? So that you may be having legal problems right now for some, and they haven't been going your way. But this is really the card of being unbalanced. Things just not going the way that you're wanting it to be. So what are you learning right now? You're learning how to balance your emotions. The King of Cups is the king of emotions. He is the most well put together king, okay? He knows what he needs, he knows what he wants, and he's not overly emotional, he's not underly emotional. He gives just enough love when and how he needs to do it, okay? He's extremely balanced. So I'm really getting this pile. It's about balance. You're needing more balance within your life. Balancing your emotions, not becoming overly triggered when people upset you. You know, it's very easy to blame other people, but you're the one who's getting triggered. You know, well, that person always upsets me. Yeah, but why? Why does that person upset you? Okay? You decide to give the power to other people to let them upset you. If you are strong in your beliefs about who you are, or your religious beliefs, or your upbringing beliefs, or where you live, or what you want, if you really believe in what you've chosen for your life is true, or believe that you are worthy, then no one else's opinion should actually ever upset you. Okay, so this is what you're learning. You're learning to not allow life's upsets, life imbalances upset you. It's kind of one of those, you need to, you know, when the tide comes and you get pushed away, we all know the minute you try to swim against the tide, you drowned. So you kind of just need to put the tube under your bum and ride the wave, okay? Just allow the tide. You know, as the wheel goes up, the wheel goes down, and as the wheel goes down, the wheel goes up again. You just need to ride that wheel back up, okay? Focus on other things other than what's going on. Work through any emotions that might upset you, childhood emotions, any kind of karma. And again, karma is working through your shadow self, working through the anger. Why are you angry? What are you actually angry about? Why are you upset? You know, why are you not rich? Because the only reason why you're not rich is because you don't believe you deserve to be rich, or you don't believe that God wants you to be rich, or you've got some kind of belief system. Why are you not in a soulmate relationship? Okay, because you don't believe you're worthy of a soulmate relationship, because you grew up with abused parents and parents who abandoned you, and your emotions were not met, and so now as an adult you don't know how to deal with these emotions. Okay, so this is what this is about. These imbalances that are happening to you or have been happening to you this year, it's to teach you how to do that. And Spirit's saying they're not abandoning you, they're actually along with you. So you've got the will, the wisdom, and the mind to do it. Okay, you're being crowned right now. So this is the crown chakra, God putting the crown on your head, making you the king or the queen of your life. You're balancing up your passions, your fires. What are you passionate about? What right now, don't worry about money, don't worry about anything. What is your biggest passion in life? Is it helping people? Is it being creative? Is it, you know, designing? Is it I don't know, being a doctor, being a nurse, whatever. What are your passions? Okay? And look at also the emotions. So, you know, this is quite a passionate and emotional time, but you've got to find the balance, the Trinity knot, the kind of bringing it all in. We've even got the Isle of Man symbol there, but again, you know, it's just about bringing it all in, dealing with all of these things, and just knowing that no matter what happens to you, you've always got the will, the wisdom, being crowned with the wisdom from God, and the strong mind to handle it. Okay. Another lesson that you've been dealing with is trying to balance your two worlds. Now, this is for the people who have a very strong pull to being spiritual or having some kind of spiritual path. We all signed contracts, okay, when you came into this lifetime. And one of those contracts was that I was going to be a spiritual leader, a guru, a healer, a tarot reader, you know, a star seed, whatever. But life we forget this, okay? None of us remember our contracts. We start life and we start to be more focused on the material stuff. So we grind and grind and grind and grind, and this is someone who's, you've created wealth, you've created, or whatever you've been trying to create, but you've totally ignored your spiritual world, and you promised. It was part of your contract, okay? So what happens is Spirit takes all the money, or the love, or the family, okay? And goes, remember me, remember the contract you signed, okay? So for a lot of you, this is what it's saying. Even if it's religion, if you're religious, you may be so focused on the money that you forgot to serve God, okay? And so you need to balance those worlds. Yes, there's time for you to work and grind, but you need to take the time out every day, 10 minutes, half an hour, to meditate, to pray, to exercise, to look after yourself, to look after your family. It's about learning balance. 5 minutes in the morning for prayer, 10 minutes to give my children all the love in the world, 30 minutes to take care of myself, get myself dressed in the morning, massage myself, pamper myself, 8 hours to work for someone else in order to bring in money, coming home, 2 hours to prep dinner, get kids bathed and ready for bed. Right, what are you going to do with the rest of that time? Are you just going to sit there mindlessly watching TV? If you need that, then say, right, today I'll take half an hour and watch TV, but I'm going to take another hour to go back and pray and meditate or bath or whatever. That's what God is trying to say, learning balance. And if you do that, your life will be more balanced, okay? Right in the center, we've got commitment, okay, and I'm going to bring this up. This is the end card. So for a lot of you, this is love, okay? With the King of Cups, this is a man, a woman, someone that's coming in to send you a commitment. For the rest of you, this is about finding your fated meeting. Something very fated is coming in. Once you balance up your world, you got, setting your course, the ship is coming, it's on its way, with the rainbow at the end of it, so it's saying your ships are about to come in, okay? Everything you've been working for is about to come in. There's a decision. For some of you, you could be relocating, okay? And this is a commitment. So a commitment can be a contract. You have to sign a contract for a house, a job, contracts of moving, signing new for some of you want relocation. It could be signing contracts to do with relocation. There's a commitment in the middle of your reading. So something may be moving you, and you've got to make a decision, and you've got to be quite quick. Okay, this is really and truly. For the rest of you, you may be feeling like time is moving on and you are not getting commitment. So you're now 40 years old and you've never been married, and Spirit's saying, you're not running out of time. It's coming, okay? Something fated is coming in before the end of this year. A fated meetings. You will meet someone, and this is not by chance. This is fated. God is bringing you something by the end of this year. So right now, balance your time, learn how to balance so that you can handle this commitment, this move, this new that's coming in. Okay. Could be a rich man for some of you. Anyway, okay, so let's get into this part here. Obviously, the seashell, also news. Okay. Unicorn, innocent, trust, and honesty. So something very innocent is coming in, something that you can trust, someone who's very honest for a lot of you. But what Spirit is also saying, right now, believe in the magic. Believe that life is going to come the way it needs to come. Okay? New love. I can't make this shit up, okay? These cards were pre-picked. You saw me. I shuffled those other cards. I didn't pre-pick those cards. So embrace an opportunity for love in your work, prospects, or spiritual growth. Again, okay, this is not necessarily just love. This is love for all. Make sure that love in your kids, love in your husband, wife, love in your friends, love in your family. Don't forget about your work, your prospects, and your spiritual growth. So again, a new love doesn't have to be if you're in a happy, committed relationship. It's a new love for your spirituality, new love for your work, passion. The age of light. Okay, you've been training for this for lifetimes. So this is very much for the spiritual people again. This is saying that, this is like the pyramid of light above your head. This is Egyptian. So for a lot of you, you may have this feeling that you came from the Egyptian times, and this is just confirmation. If you're a starseed, you'll understand that we're very much in the sense of starting a new world. We're birthing a new earth, okay? And you might have learned a lot of knowledge back from the Egyptian days, or something to do with Egypt, something to do with perhaps maybe you need to go and look up ancient aliens or ancient civilizations. Okay, there may be a lot of answers in there for you that can definitely help you. Either way, Spirit is saying you don't need to worry. Okay, trust. Again, things are happening as they need to. See the other person's point of view. Well, this is all people's point of view. I'm not too sure what this is about. For some of you, you may be fighting with someone or have had a lot of issues, and Spirit's just saying, just see other people's point of view. You don't have to take their point of view. You know, we have this ability to have to argue. We've got to justify what our beliefs are. We've got to change everyone else's beliefs in the world. No, you don't. You know, you need to be faithful enough to your own viewpoints and your own way and the own choices that you've made to not have to argue with other people and just go, well, that's awesome for you. It's not for me, and be okay with that. Okay. Support. So just know that Spirit is supporting you. Your angels are supporting you. They're surrounding you. Lots of love, lots of light. You don't need to worry. And you just need to dive in. You need to take a bit of a risk here. Okay, there's something that may, like again, I did say that there's a decision. There's a commitment that's coming in. And you might feel like it's risky. It's like you're not too sure if you should do it. And this is just your sign that, you know, you might get a job offer and you've got to transfer it. And you're like probably thinking, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And, you know, we've got all these things happening. And Spirit just like, nope. Trust it. Okay. Right. So what are we going to do? And again, we're going to give this a good shuffle. We've got a King of Swords, something very honest and abundance. So giving birth to a new situation. Okay. So what is happening? Someone's watching you right now, and I don't mean that in a creepy way. I mean in the sense that someone might be looking at your CV, busy thinking about that. You know, you could be perfect for their job. It could be a love for some of you, maybe on, you know, watching your Tinder page or your social media page and coming in with an offer. Okay, it's going to seem like a risk. This may not be your kind of person, but Spirit's saying, go ahead. Right. So, pile number 3, please tell us what is coming for the next rest of the year. Okay, so this is the sabotage card, or someone trying to get away with something sneaky. Okay, not too sure. Maybe you need to see the point of view from this person who maybe you feel like is being sneaky, or you may sabotage an opportunity out of fear. Okay, so take that as whatever it resonates. Maybe you need to see the point of view of someone that you might have feel like trying to get away with something. You may feel like this person's deceptive, and Spirit is saying, maybe just try and see their point of view. Okay. Yeah, there's some kind of fight. Okay, this is, I really see this as, this is my narcissist card, because this is someone who, now, it's funny, because this person's got all the swords, and this person's got all the swords as well. And they're looking back and they're laughing. So, this is maybe perhaps a forgiveness situation where you might feel like someone has taken everything from you and left you with nothing, and that's difficult. Okay, you feel like this person is nasty. This person took everything. This is a fight. The sense of feeling lost, like you feel completely defeated by someone, and you know sometimes. You know, there's a whole saying that says you don't have to forgive what someone did to you. You just need to see things from their point of view, and it doesn't mean that you have to agree with them. Spirit is just saying forgive them for yourself, because otherwise this is going to sabotage your interests. But at the same time, forgive and release. Okay, again, this is very much the strength card, the will, wisdom and mind to handle this. And again, we've got the 2 of coins, so this is again juggling your time, effort and energies. Okay, there's definitely something new that's coming in. So maybe if you can learn to juggle your time or your budget, maybe you have to buy this house or you have to move, and now you need to budget for it. This is the time to do it, so that when this opportunity comes, you don't have to worry about it. This could be an opportunity where you have to take a bit of a risk, so you need to learn now how to better prepare for the inevitable. Okay, wishes. And we had the Justice in reverse before, now we've got the Justice upright. So what this is saying to me, pile number 3, whatever bad luck you've had, karma has been done. Your wishes are now able to come through. And again, this could be the person you had karma with, someone you were fighting with. You've stood your ground is what I'm getting. You've stood your ground, and now there's happiness. things that you've always wanted as happiness, but don't sabotage it with stress. You know, like someone's offering you something on a plate, don't sabotage it with stress. Stand your ground, look look forward to the future. Learn to balance your time, energy, and effort, and you will get what you've been wishing for. Okay, don't worry about other people who are perhaps trying to sabotage. There could be other people trying to sabotage you from getting this justice, this divorce, this legal situation for some. Don't worry about them. Okay, see their point of view, forgive them, and release them so that you can bring in the hope for the future. Okay, that's what I have for you, pile number 3. Hopefully you enjoy this reading. Have a very good year, and I'll chat to you soon.